Well, I'm out here at this small town of Oceanside, Oregon. It's a little bit off the beaten path. It's kind of near Tilamook Bay, and just wandering around on the beach here, and I found a door in the side of a cliff. So the doorway looks like it went actually entirely through the cliff to the other side. I decided not to go through there because it looked a little sketchy, and I didn't really want to go to the other side. But it's still really interesting, and I've never seen something like that before. I mean, it's really nice out here, just hanging out on the beach. I mean, it feels warm to me. It's about 10 degrees warmer than it was when I left home, and it's just beautiful in this area. And it's really nice to be able to just wander around the beach for a couple hours and not really have to worry about being anywhere. It's been a long time since I've been able to do anything like that. So I think I'm gonna find another beach, see if I can hang out from there. There's supposed to be a lighthouse near here somewhere, so I'll take a look out for that. That could be really interesting. And then I'll think about heading down the coast and seeing if I can find somewhere else to park. Well, that was a cool lighthouse. Apparently it's one of the shortest on the Oregon coast. They don't use it anymore. There's some automated beacon somewhere else out there that they use instead. But it was really cool. There's a lot of signs about the rock islands that are out there and all the nesting seabirds. Apparently in the early 1900s, some people decided that they would set up charter businesses so you could charter boats and go out to those islands and shoot all the seabirds. And so that had to be stopped, but since then, apparently, that's where a lot of the nesting seabirds live. Of course, now that the eagle population is coming back, those same nesting seabirds are having troubles again. So more eagles and fewer seabirds, so I don't know. But still, this park really has spectacular views of the coast. So I'm going to just try hugging the coast and continue down for a little ways. I don't know how far I'll get, and it doesn't really matter. It seems like any area that's south of Tilamook is relatively van life friendly. It's really the areas north of Tilamook, between Tilamook and Astoria, where they're not so enthusiastic about van lifers parking in their streets. But I have to say, compared to the Washington coast, there are definitely a lot more people out here. It's the middle of winter, and every time I've been out on a beach, there's just been tons of people wandering around. Well, I stopped here for lunch in Pacific City. It's a cute little town. I was actually hoping I could see some of the Pacific dories out here. Launching today wouldn't be that exciting. I saw the boat ramp where they launch a lot of the dories from, and there were maybe, I don't know, 1 foot waves. There just isn't much surf here today. But I did see a couple of dories. None of them were being launched, though. They were just sitting on trailers. The thing I found was really strange is all the parking lots in town here are something like $10 a day. Really expensive for a small town out on the coast somewhere. Maybe this place gets really popular in the summer or something, but as far as I can tell, there's no real public parking. There might be one spot with free parking, and people have apparently used it for overnight parking, so I might scout that out, but I don't think I can actually spend the night here. But I decided to head through town, and on the end of a sand spit here, there is a state park. At least in Washington, most of the state parks you have to have a Discover Pass or you end up paying some fee. I think it's like $5. and a lot of the state parks I've encountered in Oregon are the same so far, but I'm noticing the further south I get, the more there are these state parks that are free, or they have free parking. It is kind of funny though, because in this city, there's lots of extremely expensive parking. Once you go something that's not controlled by the city, you have free parking at a state park. Very weird. But I need to eat lunch, and then I'm gonna head out, go for a walk on the beach here, go see what this area is about, and then I need to start looking for a place to park at night. Feel like I ended up on some abandoned beach somewhere. Looks like there's hardly been anyone out here for quite some time. I did pass someone just a few minutes ago, but in general, it's just pretty much by myself on this enormous beach. It's really cool. I think there are two places here in Pacific City where you can stop overnight, and one of them actually has some public showers on them, apparently with warm water. So that sounds pretty good. So I'll see if I can find these spaces and see if they're actually real. But there have been a number of people that say that they've stayed in these spots, so I'm hopeful this will actually work. But let's go find out. Well, I found a spot, but I don't know how friendly it is to campers or people spending the night. There's nothing saying you can't park there, but I don't know. There's another place just down the highway, actually, that looks like it's probably going to be a lot better, so that's what I'm going to do. But while I'm here, might as well go for a walk on the beach. Apparently this is a popular place to go surfing, and it is a nice little town, but apparently it can get really crowded, especially during the summer. And even right now, it seems really busy, especially for the middle of winter. Still a cool area. Love to come back here and spend more time, but I don't really have any money to spend in shops or anything like that, so maybe next time I'm in the area. Well, I definitely have a good view out my window. So after deciding to leave Pacific City, I drove down the coast a little ways. There's a national forest with some roads that you could pull off into, in theory, but those roads were all flooded, and so I wasn't able to actually stay at any of those places, unfortunately. Lincoln City was another option. There were maybe some places in there, but I didn't really want to spend the night in the casino parking lot, which seems to be the place that most people have been staying there. I think in the summer that's okay, but it looks like their winter hours, they're not open 24/7, and there's been reports of people getting kicked out in the winter, so I decided not to do that, and there really isn't anything very attractive in Lincoln City anyways, at least next to the road, nothing that I saw that I really wanted to see. So I ended up driving down to the next potential spot, which was a viewpoint. So a lot of these viewpoints, they have no overnight parking signs and signs that things are closed, stuff like that. So I'm definitely not the only one that's here though, and there's lots of reports of people spending the night here and never having any problems. Apparently the bathrooms tend to stay open all night long, and no one's really had any issues. So I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see if I get kicked out. I don't think so. If I do, there's probably another turnout somewhere down the road here that I could pull out on. There was actually another turnout that I passed. I saw another van life person was stopped at. It was a little close to the road, and this one looks like a better spot to me, so we'll go with it. And if nothing else, the view here is incredible. But that's it for me tonight. I have to do some editing. I got really behind on that when I was sick, and so I'm going to get caught up on that, and hopefully I can upload a video here. The cell phone reception seems pretty good, so I'm going to give it a shot, and then we'll see where we are tomorrow.